Hey everyone, Kristen here, the new episode of Free Spirit Beading here on the Softlex Company YouTube channel and Facebook page. How are you? I see a question here about macrame cord. We don't sell any cord except for sometimes in our live sales, which happen on Thursday and at 1 p.m. Pacific time. We do have a live sale right now that is still open to shop through the end of today, Monday, October 13th. And we have a new one coming up on Thursday. Thanks for sharing that link, Thomas. It's download our app at softlexcommentsold.com/links. You can download our app on the Android or Apple platforms. And I'm like, why is this so loud right now? It's distracting me. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Tina. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Zach. We do macrame with Softlex. So you can check out our YouTube channel and put in macrame, and you can see lots of different ways that we've used Softlex beading wire in micro macrame, but it isn't your traditional cording. It's much thinner. It's a beading wire, so it has a little bit different of a look and feel. You can check out our friends over at beadshop.com and probably the beadplace.net. I know they've got leather and cording materials over there. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Dana. I am. I'm wearing our wicked necklace we made last Monday and the earrings to match. I made one change on it. I had those large rondelles in the center, and I ended up changing them to the black hearts because I ended up using the black hearts in the earrings. And I thought, well, let's just change it here too, so they all kind of go well. The black hearts were in the Wicked Brew kit, which is now sold out, but you can still buy a strand of the black hearts on their own. They are currently on sale in our Halloween sale. You can find them over at the holiday category at softlexcompany.com. Everything in there is currently on sale. Let me go pop that deal up. It's our Wicked Halloween sale. You've got up to 65% off because some items in there are already on sale or closeout, and you'll get an extra 15% off with the coupon code Halloween. So go check out what's in there. I think there's like 14 pages of stuff. All of our Wicked items are in there, and anything else that we wanted to pull in that were green and pink to go along with those items are in that category. You'll also find some red garnet, lots of black beads. So anything that we felt was good. I think some purple. Anything that we felt was good for the Halloween or spooky season, we threw in that category, and you can now get 15% off of it with the coupon code Halloween, up to 65% off. That offer is good until tomorrow, October 14th at midnight Pacific time or while supplies last. And we did just add a new item into the category today. Our kit for the Great Bead Extravaganza is called Black Brilliance. The kit is not yet on sale, but we did add the coordinating bead mix, which is the Black Brilliance bead mix, which has lots of black and clear and silver. We did add that to the sale category. So you can grab this right now on sale for a limited time till tomorrow. I'm going to open this up today and take a look. If you haven't gotten your TGBE kit, that's happening this weekend. Softlex Company will be presenting on Saturday, what is Saturday? 18th? October 18th at 1 p.m. Pacific time. You'll be joining me and Joyce this time. Sarah will be away with soccer, so for the kids. So Joyce and I are getting together, and we're going to be presenting the Black Brilliance kit, as well as maybe some other new items that are going to go up this weekend for the event. Yeah, how is everybody? Happy Monday. Let's go ahead to my beading table. I do have a giveaway happening. You see it scrolling along the bottom. Comment with the hashtag brilliance for Black Brilliance, and you will be entered to win our giveaway. I've got 8 entries right now, and I'll choose a winner at the end. So just stick around to the end of the video. You must be here to win. All right, so let's take a look at my beading table. Oh my gosh, I feel like I've just been in this green, pink, and black world for weeks now. It's been pretty fun to play with. A lot of these beads were in the kit, but some of them are still available on their own. We've got our wickedly pink strand here. And then I had cut up the wickedly green strand. So some of these beads along here are from the wickedly green strand. We have the wickedly pink bead mix and the wickedly green bead mix. They were in the kit, but you can still grab those separately at softflexcompany.com while supplies last. And I think these were in, this big one was in the wickedly green bead strand. I think these were also. We have these ginkgo beads in the pink, which are 2 whole beads. That's what I used in my necklace last week. There's been lots of really fun designs in the Softflex VIB studio using these beads. I think Alicia from Beautiful Night did an awesome bead weaving bracelet with these. Super cool. Go check that out. You can find the link in our recap blog from Friday. And what else? We've got, here's the black hearts I was talking about that I used in my earrings, and then I switched it out into my necklace. They're so pretty. I really like them. So they came in the kit. But if you miss the kit, you can still grab them. I think we have about, I don't remember how many we have left, maybe around 10 strands. We have 2 green strands that are in the sale. Aren't these pretty? Chuck glass. And this was the bigger size. There was one that was a little bit smaller too. Ooh. I just feel like this green is like perfect for like potions and cauldrons and probably would be fun for like, you guys seeing that plant trend? I think Dana, you might have done one, like instead of beaded flowers, you make a beaded plant. This could be a fun bead for something like that, especially if you need some larger. Reminds me of my elephant ear plant that I have outside. Like that would be really cute. And then what else? Oh, I made these sweet little black cat earrings. So I think we'll do these together on the video today using Softflex craft wire in black, the 20 gauge. I think we only have about 7 of these little kitties left. They came in the kit, but we had a few extras. They are ceramic. And I have it sitting on a little Austrian crystal square dell, which we have these in the blackened finish on sale for the Halloween sale. And they're also a closeout item. So these you'll get double discount on. We've got them in peridot and got them in the pink. I think this one's called rose. So peridot and rose. So you can grab those. There might be a few other colors too in that. So here's the craft wire black 20 gauge that I used for the earrings. We'll use that in just a minute. I want to take a look at this mix, but I also want to tell you about what this stuff is here. So this little pile of goodies, they come in your treat bag. And we have a limited supply of these left. So if you haven't gotten a treat bag yet, go grab one. They're on sale in the Halloween category right now for 15% off with that coupon code. And you'll get the bag. You'll also get this group of beads in there. So you've got these really pretty like blue with gold boho bead check glass flowers. Also get a strand of black with this like metallic finish on top. Fire polish, check glass. I think these are probably 4mm. Oh no, you clipped a little ear off. And sometimes, I know they're ceramic, so sometimes you got to be a little careful with that, especially if you're trying to, like I did too. I did some wire wrapping right by the ear. So you got to be careful. These are some glass crystal beads in a really pretty purple color. And it's a good size strand too. How long is this one? They're rondelles and they're probably like 3x5 rondelles. Yeah, that's an 8-inch strand. So you'll get an 8-inch strand of those. Super pretty. Also, this really pretty teal and gold strand. I picked these all up at the warehouse sale. That I went to in Texas last month. And then you'll also get some of these 2-hole beads, check glass 2-hole beads in black. And last but not least, you'll get a spool of the Softlex purple amethyst, 10 feet, medium diameter. So that's what comes in your little treat bag. Get them while supplies last. I don't know if we're going to make something with these. I was thinking about making something with these beads, so that's why I pulled them out. I feel like they, aside from the teal, the purple and the black are perfect for spooky season. And then lastly, let's take a look at what's in here. This is the Black Brilliance Bead Mix. I feel like we're really leaning into like just elegant Halloween. Ooh, that's a fun bead. It's like a smoky gray. An interesting shape. We got 2 of those. They're really chunky too. Chunk-a-monk, as Jennifer Miller would say. Then we've got a large oval faceted black bead. I'm like, these are just giving me Addams Family vibes, right? So we are like really leaning into pop culture with our Wicked and our Addams Family kits. So 2 of those. We've got these clear, but they have a little bit of a rainbow effect on them. Crystals. 4 of those. Heather says she loves her bag and the contents were a bonus. I love that. Oh, this has got a little head pin on it. Or eye pin, I should say. Huh, I've never seen that before. That's really cute. You've got 2 of those. I don't know if we've ever had that in any of our Jessie James bead mixes before. We've got these metallic rondelles, 2 of those. Then these are cool. I like these. These are kind of like a flat circular shape, but I like the faceting on them. Very edgy. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think, of those. Oh, no, there's another one. 8 of those. Cool. It's amazing how many beads get packed into these little containers. 2 of these clear square glass crystal beads. We've got a couple of larger clear bicones. Looks like 4 of them. And those are like super clear. I have a bunch of these black bead caps, which are fun. I feel like they give a very Morticia vibe. Lots of those. Lots and lots of those, which you can use them like just like this, or you can even, I've seen people a lot of times kind of open them up, use them like a connector too. These 2 are stuck together. There we go. Let's see, because they're very easy to bend. If you wanted to play with that idea of kind of pulling it out a bit. And then some fun itty bitty beads. We've got some black kind of fire polishy shaped. Some bicones, which these are really pretty. They kind of have a little more of a smoky, like a black and silver, I guess, almost gunmetal feel to them. And then some itty bitty black beads, some clear crystal spacer beads, and some of these like in rhinestone encrusted ball rounds. Nancy is too sleepy. I'm chasing her friend's grandson around the park. Jenny says, I love those caps. They give a very Victorian, yes. Is it dowager? Dowager? All right, let's make these cute little kitty earrings and then we'll see what else we might do. I'm really kind of digging these purple beads. They're really pretty. And I fell in love with these when I was in the warehouse. I just really love them. They're perfect. These feel more summery to me though, right? This is like perfect sun-kissed summer vibes. So for these, I've got 2 of these ceramic kitty beads, which I just love the little pink ears. It's hard to make out the other features on the video, but the ears really stand out. So I wanted to play up the pink ears. So I've got one of these pretty pink drops. That's from the Wickedly Pink Bead Mix. And then I've got one of these rose blackened Austrian crystal square dells. Oh, it's the widow of a noble. Think Maggie Smith. Yes, in Downton Abbey. Definitely. Dowager. That's how you say it. Now that you've explained it, I feel like I've heard that word before. And that's it. I think I just have the kitty cat, the little square dell, and the drop bead. And then I've got my 20 gauge Softlex craft wire. I will cut myself a few pieces of wire. I'm going to do one dangle for the bottom. I'm going to do a connector for the kitty cat and the square dell, and then I'll do the ear wire for the top. Oh, I have a runaway bead. Put that back in there. I have no idea what I'm going to do for the Great Bead Extravaganza. I have to figure that out this week. You guys excited? If you haven't been to one of our Great Bead Extravaganzas before, it is a lot of fun. It's all weekend long. It's a virtual event that you can find on the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook page and YouTube channel. Most of the presenters go live on both places, but not all. Some of them are just on the Facebook page. Oh, I broke my little thing. Some are live just on the Facebook page, so you have to be on the lookout for who you want to see. You could find them all on Facebook, and then you can watch all the replays on YouTube indefinitely, which is great because Facebook doesn't allow that anymore. TGBE is always a good time. We do a kickoff on Friday night, so join us this Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific time for like the kickoff project preview, and that's when you'll see all the presenters and get a little synopsis of what they have planned for the presentation, and then everything starts, I think it's around 8 a.m. on Saturday Pacific time and goes until about 4, and then again on Sunday. The first thing I'm going to do is slide down this pink drop onto my craft wire. This is 20 gauge craft wire, Softlex craft wire in black. I'm going to leave, it's like not quite the center. It's probably a little bit closer to the bottom, but I could probably go a little more centered actually. And then I just fold it up, fold that wire up over the bead. And then I'm going to wrap it around the standing wire just a couple times. And this can be your front or it can be your back, whichever you like. Trim that off. You want to see the wire or you don't want to see the wire. That's up to you. Go ahead and tuck the tail. Let me trim it a little closer. And then I'm going to tuck my tail in. So it's not sticking out at all or poking. And then for this little line of craft wire here, I'm going to gently grab a hold of it with my pliers. I say gently, and then give it a little twist so that I just like to give it a little twist. It kind of tightens it up a bit. And again, you can keep that on the back side or you can have it on the front side. I think I ended up with it on the front on this one. And then I'm gonna take my pliers, bend my wire towards me, grab my round nose pliers, pull my wire around the round wire, the round nose there, go around the bottom. I'm going to grab a hold of that loop I made, and then I'm going to wrap the tail around a couple times. And I might just go ahead and, instead of trimming it off, I'm just going to keep wrapping. And there's my bottom drop. Next up, I'm going to create a little connector. Picking up that wire, I just trim the edges with the flush side to make sure they're nice and flush before I get too far. I'm going to go ahead and bend my wire towards me and create another loop back and around. Now for this one, I do want to wrap it a bit too, but I want to actually connect it with my drop first. So I'm going to slightly open, slide that on, grab a hold of that, close it, and then I'm going to grab the loop with my chain nose pliers, and I could wrap it around. A time or two. Go ahead and trim that flush and then tuck it in. Now the black wire does have a copper core, so you got to be gentle with it. Softflex craft wire is pretty resistant to nicking and marring, but I do find with the darker colors like the black or the dark blue, you might notice it a little bit more. You can always take a Sharpie or something. Like I even notice sometimes where I cut it, if it's not tucked under and you see that copper, just take a little Sharpie to it. If you see it. I mean, sometimes you can just tuck it and you won't even see it, but I'm going to slide on my square dowel. And I'm going to slide on my cat. And I'm going to check out my links here. I want my cat to have loops facing me, and then my drop is facing away from me. So I'm going to kind of go in between the cat's ears carefully. Bend it towards myself, go up and around, create that loop. And then I'm going to take one pliers here, and make sure that my loops are facing the same way. Okay, that looks good. Then I will grab this top one again, and now I can wrap this wire around. Trim that off and tuck it under. Be careful of your kitty cat's ears. So I've got my whole earring done now. And I just have to do my ear wire. I do need to tuck this in just a smidge more, because I feel it. You're gonna run, like, just run your finger along the back. And if you feel it, you got to tuck it in a bit. Okay, next up, I'm gonna make my ear wire. And this one I made kind of little. Again, I'm just gonna flush trim both ends. Take my round nose plier. Go ahead and make myself a little P-loop. Then I'm gonna grab my multi-step pliers and I'm gonna do the largest one. I'm gonna place my wire inside the tool like so, and then wrap this around the outside. And that should make that part pretty similar. Yeah, give me the same loop, except now I just have to trim. I like to actually do this part together, but I did one already on my own. So, but here it'd be good to grab a hold of them together. And then trim them out. This way you're more likely to get them the same shape. You could use a file or burr cup to file down the edges here. And lastly, I will just use my wire whacker to work harden it. So maybe I'll mute myself for a second. And what that will do was just work harden your wire a little bit. You can also use a pair of nylon jaw pliers to squish and squeeze all the way around too, and it'll just stiffen it up for you so it's not as easily bendable. The nice thing about the wire whackers, you can put a bunch of them down at once and slam away, which I think is helpful. And then we'll just open up that little loop and attach our earring. These ear wires will be hyperallergenic, with the exception of just the little spot where it goes into your ear, because then there you'll have a little copper exposure. But when it's actually in your ear, due to the coating on top, the enamel coating on top, it should not bother your ears. So this is really a good option if you have very sensitive ears and aren't able to wear a lot of metals. You should be able to wear these. Earthquake. I know everything shakes, right? It all goes shaky. So there's my cute little black cat. Wicked drop earrings. So fun. I like that he or she is sitting on the little square dowel. I feel like it just gives a little pop of sparkle right there and kind of gives the kitty cat somewhere to sit on. Cute, cute, cute. And then, I don't know, do we want to do anything with any of this stuff? I was thinking about these. Maybe it would be good with something here. In here. Cute. So adorable. Little kitties. I don't remember. Did you guys get 1 or 2 in the kit? I think I ordered them. Did I order them separately or did I get 2 in the kit? Sometimes I can't remember how they, once it's all open on my desk, I'm like, I don't remember how it happened. Cute little pink ears. I know. I like those. I like how they did the zigzag here. I'm guessing they went in just one side of these beads, and then there's an opening there. So that's kind of fun. Do these fit? They do kind of fit. They're a little dark though, so I don't know if they're too dark. Do I have anything else that would work over here? I like that shape. I like that shape. Let's use the purple. The Wicked Brew kits are sold out. The Black Brilliance kit that we're going to be using this weekend is available. And the treat bag, which is what you got when you got all of these beads here that I'm using right now and the wire came in the treat bag, and we still have some of those available. You've got to use those big green beads. Oh, these? Oh, they're like glowing, aren't they? They could be fun. With the green and the purple. All right, let's cut these open. So I'll cut those. I'll cut these open. I don't know what I'm doing at this point now. And then I want to cut these open. Oop, I must not. Oh, this one has like a little loopy loop. That's why I didn't get it. Okay. So we've got a big green bead, got a little purple bead, and we got one of these. Oh, I wanted to see how the purple bead is kind of fun. That sits nicely next to it. I like that. So if I wanted to get it to sit like it was there, go like that. Or will they flip around? feel like I need a second strand. Your daughter has 2 black cats. Oh, that'd be perfect for her. Oh, that's kind of fun. I wish I could figure out how to make it do that shape. So I do have another hole happening on the bottom of that. So I'm trying to figure out how do I want to, I could probably do something similar to we did last week with the little loops. Let me cut a little bit of this off. And see where the holes are here. Ooh, yeah. Could make a teardrop instead of a circle like we did last week. Do I want any beads in there? Two purple beads. Two bicone beads. And then, oh, should I go with black again with the crimps? I guess so, right? Instead of making a circle, we'll make a drop shape. Let's see what happens when I spin it around. That could be kind of fun. Let's see if I want to shorten it. What would that look like? Interesting. I like having a little bit of wire showing, and it kind of really plays with the shape a bit more. Also, all right, let's go with that, and let's find my crimper. So if I crimp this, if you had even teeny tiny beads, you could put them kind of closer. You could leave a little bit of tail, or you can trim it off. I'm just going to trim it off first and see. I like the idea. I don't like that it's not too even because one kind of falls down below. You almost need like a smaller bead there to even it out. I'm gonna try maybe those little black beads instead on the next one. So what if I did those? I'll cut another piece of wire here. Yeah, probably seed beads would be good. I just don't feel like grabbing them. But I think I have some green ones though, which would probably be kind of fun. Let's try this black bead first. Maybe I should get it because it might be nice to have the green at the very end. I have some Delica beads. Are they the right color though? Oh my gosh, where's the hole? There we go. One and two. Okay, let me see what I got in terms of seed beads. I have this green, which is not exactly the same. Ooh, I do have purple though, which the purple goes pretty well. I'm going to try the green first though, because I think it'll be nice to have a different color. Oh, they're so tiny. They're so tiny. Okay, and I'm going to put on a crimp on one side and then feed the wire up from the bottom to the other side. So I create that teardrop shape. Let's go ahead and crimp that. Trim those tails and let's see how that falls. Ooh, that's better. Yes, it needed that little seed bead because now it kind of is a much more symmetrical. It lays better. Yeah, I could do that part first. So let's do that on the next one. I have to take this one off though. Okay, so we've got our little bead there. We've got two purple beads, two of those tiny little black beads, which are in this mix here. I'm just going to create a mess. I'm just going to spill the beads so that I could find what I need. Let's take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Oh, my desk started out so clean. Did you go for a walk? You came back? I'm still here. I'm still here trying to figure things out, huh? One black bead, one black bead, one green seed bead, green seed bead, and then my crimp. Now, if I want to look at this one, kind of get an idea for size. Pretty close. All right, so we've got our next little drop. Maybe I'll do one more. I will cut that one out of here too. I could do 2 more, I guess. One, 2. And I'll just repeat that 2 more times. So I'm going to go ahead and slide my wire through one of the holes on the 2 hole beads, add 2 purple beads, 1 on each side, two little round black beads, and then 2 itty bitty delica beads. Some black crimps. You can use any metal color though. And then I'm going to pick up this one to help me with my size. There we go. Just going to stick my thumb underneath that crimp so I hold it in place. I'm just sort of letting gravity hold it in place, I guess. It sits on top of my thumb. And we'll do one last one. And then I think I've used all of those little black beads. You could probably sub these in too, or these in if you got the treat bag. I really have a hard time finding the hole on these teeny ones. There we go. Oh, you're being tricky. You're being tricky. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Close enough. Thanks, Liz. I know, endless possibilities. For sure. Okay, so I'm going to remove, I need to remove this one. So pull these off. And let's just do some stringing now. So we've got the green, I've got the purple. I'm not using that one, so get that one out of my way. And then I will string through the other spot for that 2-hole bead. And then I'll go back to the purple again, to the green. To the purple, and then I'll pick up another one of these little components and slide through there. Another purple. Hopefully I did a pretty good job on the lengths, but you could even graduate them so that there's one longer one in the center, and then they get smaller on either side. Thank you. I know the rainy days have been great. We've been getting a lot of them. It's been so nice. It feels so cozy. Look at that. Pretty fun. And then you got to keep going up. What are we going to do up the sides? Should we do purple green? All the way up, or should we do a couple of purple in a row. And then a green. I don't have any black going up here. Maybe I need some black beads. You know what might be fun is, where are the peridot ones? Because they have a little bit of black and green. That might be fun. Let's try that. So purple and then one of those peridot. Ooh, let's see if we can grab it. This way you get a little bit of pop of green and black in between. That works for me, I think. I like that. I'm not Dorothy. I'm back in Arizona. I've been back for a bit. Our Hawaiian adventure has ended. So that is pretty fun. I might just do one more. Like another purple bead there, and then crimp it and let the rest be the wire. Let me cut this off of this side. And over here, oh, maybe I'll do the rest later off camera. But I think what I'll end up doing is just repeating what's going on here. I don't know how many peridot ones I have. I definitely have that one and that one. There's one more. That might be it. So I think I was good on just doing two, because then I have two more to fit on this side. So I'll finish this up and then take a picture for our blog. But I think, let's go grab my bead stoppers so I can see what I did here. Let's see. That is looking pretty cool. I wonder if I should grab one of these. So you can see it a bit better. Take my bead stopper and just clip it in the back. So I'm just going to finish up this side and then go ahead and crimp it there and there to hold it in place. I might see where it lays on me first before I crimp it, just to make sure I'm happy with the length, and then I'll just leave the purple wire going up the back. But I do have a lot of these left, like a lot. So it is possible to keep going too and just beat it all the way up if you wanted to, because there's plenty of beads on that green strand. I'll bring it closer. Super cute. I was not sure what I was going to do, but I think my inspiration from last week with the rings, the same process, just made little teardrops instead this time. Or you can make a lovely bracelet. Yeah, for a wrist mess, for sure. Yeah, there's a lot left on here. Um, I don't know how long this strand was to begin with, but there's definitely enough to make a bracelet left. Even if I take off 1, 2, 3 more beads, I think you'll still be able to make a bracelet with what's left. Awesome. Oh, well, that was fun. I wasn't feeling too great when I got started, and now I feel better. So thank you. Just, I yeah, even with the purple ones, there's still a lot of purple beads too. I've got about that many purple beads left. So you could easily make a bracelet to match with what's left over. So cute. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's nice to have a good long strand. I know a lot of times the strands are tiny and you're trying to like, okay, how do I expand it? But this time we have a really long strand, so you don't have to worry about that. So if you haven't entered yet, go ahead and use that hashtag brilliance that you see scrolling on the bottom of the screen. I'm going to go and pick our winner. We've got 50 of you in there right now. I know, I just feel better after beading for a little while. My tummy was not feeling very good before, but that's the beauty of creativity is you get lost in it and then you forget about everything else. And now that I spent some time creating, my tummy doesn't hurt as much. Mary has a question. Let me scroll back up. Thanks, Dana. I did not see it. What size crimps and pliers do you recommend for 3 strands of soft flex for a braid, no folding back? So 3 total. Mary, that's a great question. We actually have a chart on our website in the tips section that tells you exactly how many strands of each of the diameters will fit into what crimp tube. I think Thomas can probably go grab that link. But to answer your question, you can generally fit 3 strands of medium soft flex through a 2x2 millimeter crimp tube. So the only one that is a little tricky is our copper crimp tubes because they're a little bit smaller of a surface on the inside. The wall of the copper is a little bit thicker. So sometimes getting 3 strands through the copper can be tricky and might not happen. But the gold filled, the sterling silver, and even the blackened should be no problem because the blackened are actually sterling silver that have been given like a blackened finish. And then you can do 3 strands easily into the 2x2 millimeter crimp tube, which is what I use today. And that's the one, the 2x2 millimeter is what works with the magical crimping plier. That's the crimp tubes I use today and what I generally tend to use. So hopefully that helps. Thanks, Thomas. Thomas grabbed that link. It's called All About Crimps is the page. So softflexcompany.com and then /all-about-crimps. And you can find lots of good crimp information there as well as that chart that I was talking about. So if you have thinner or thicker diameters and you want to know how many strands fit through a crimp tube, we have a little chart for you on there. Okay. Let me go ahead and bring up our giveaway. All right, so you must be here to win. Please let me know that you're here if you see your name called. We'll give you a few minutes to respond. Kimberly Tucker. You're our winner today. Are you still here hanging out with us? Please let us know in the comments. So what do we have going on this week? We've got the Halloween sale with the Halloween code. You must enter Halloween to get 15% off in the holiday category. And then we've got a beading party happening on Wednesday with Sarah and Deb Floros at 1 p.m. Pacific time. We have a live sale on Thursday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And we have Joyce on Friday at 9:30 a.m. with Spill the Beads. And then we kick off the Great Bead Extravaganza on Friday night at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And then that happens all weekend long. So lots and lots of beading for you all this week. Hooray, Kimberly. Congratulations, Kimberly. Please email us at info@softflexcompany.com. Let us know your shipping information, and we will get that Black Brilliance bead mix out in the mail to you as your prize. We've got a live sale happening right now. So if you have not shopped with us before, you can go check it out. You can find it over on the Softflex Company Facebook page, and you can find it on our app, which you can download on your Android or your iPhone device. Just go to Softflex Company, look for that in your app, and then you can download that and you can shop the sale right there. We are open until tonight. So last week's sale is open till tonight at midnight, and then we'll have a new sale for you on Thursday, which may or may not have the same items because every sale is unique and different. YouTube whammies you? Is that what you're saying, Terry? It does? Terry got, Ilyaka says I got whammied. I don't know what that means. Oh, you were behind on the chat. So if you pause it or something, oh, that's pretty funny. And then it allows you to pause it, which is pretty cool, but then you end up behind everybody unless you fast forward it again. But that's why, yeah, that's a cool feature. But it's tough when you're trying to be live and you want to know what's going on right now. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And it's really nice, but kind of rotten. Yeah. And I, look forward to seeing you all this weekend at the Great Bead Extravaganza. So come hang out with us. Again, Softflex is at 1 p.m. Pacific time on Saturday, and it'll be Joyce and I getting together for that presentation with our Black Brilliance kit. I think we're a little over 70% sold out. So we have a couple left, but not too many. All right. See you then. Bye, everybody. Happy beading.